fractions. Now I have 1/5 plus 1/5. Remember, it's 1/5. And I'm going to add another 1/5. Well, let's pause the video. What do you think 1/5 plus 1/5 is? You can draw a picture. You can just say the answer. You can write the answer. You can think about the answer. Let's pause the video. So sometimes it's easier to draw or think of a story. So I eat 1/5 of my chocolate bar. Ate it. Then I ate another 1/5 of my chocolate bar. I clearly ate 2/5 of a chocolate bar. Now, it looks simple. 1/5 plus 1/5 is 2/5. It's like 1 apple plus 1 apple is 2 apples, isn't it? So let's change. If I have 1/8 plus 3/8, what happens? Let's pause the video. You can draw, you can write the answer, you can think about the answer. Let's say it. Let's pause the video. So I drew another cake. I cut a cake into 8 equal pieces. I had 1. Then I ate 1. Then I ate 3 pieces, 3 more pieces. So my answer is, what's my answer? It looks like 4/8, but it looks like I actually ate 1/2 of it. So is my answer 4/8 or is my answer 1/2? Let's pause the video. What do you think? What should I write as my answer? Let's pause the video. So remember the last video we talked about equivalent fractions. So 4/8 and 1/2 are the equivalent fractions, means they're pretty much the same. They're the same. So personally, I don't mind if you answer 4/8, that's correct. If you write 1/2, that's correct. Sometimes some teachers and learners have different opinions, but personally, they're both fine. So now we're adding the fractions and the bottom numbers are always the same. Are there any patterns here? Is it easier? Do I have to draw a picture all the time? That takes a long time. So can you think of a pattern? We did this. 1/5 plus 1/5 equals 2/5. And I said it's like 1 apple plus 1 apple is 2 apples. 1/8 plus 3/8 is 4/8. Can you see any patterns here? Let's pause the video. Can you write the pattern? Or say the pattern, or you can just think about the pattern you can find. Let's pause. So it looks like it is 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. And you keep that bottom number. So in this case, 1/9 plus 4/9 should be 5/9. So before we move on to the next part, let's do the terminology right. Now, see, let's talk about the orange poppy seed cake again. If I want 1/3, if I want to give my friend 1/3 of my orange poppy seed cake, I know I'm so kind, I'm going to cut my orange poppy seed cake into 3 equal pieces. Now this number that divides the poppy seed cake. We call it the denominator. Denominator, right? And the top number here, we call the numerator. Numerator. So, denominator is 3, numerator is 1. Meaning, denominator tells you how many pieces you have to cut the cake into. And numerator, the number, tells you how many you can eat. Denominator and numerator. I'll pause the video. Can you write a fraction? And can you point numerator, denominator, or denominator and numerator? Let's pause the video. Let's go back to where we were. We're going to add 2 fractions with 2 different denominators, right? So let's draw a picture. 1/3 is like this. And I'm going to eat 1/3 of my cake. Done. Then I'm going to eat 1/2 of my cake. So I'm going to cut the whole cake in half, and I'm going to eat 1/2. So when I look at it, I'm going to eat that much, the whole half of the whole cake, but that part's already gone. So I can take 2 pieces. So then I need to take another piece, but this part's gone, so I'm going to eat this part. 1, 2, 3, I can see 6 equal pieces, and 3 of them is 1/2, right? I'll do it again. Ready? I'm going to eat 1/3 of my cake. That part's done. Yeah? Also, I need to eat 1/2. Well, I don't need to eat it, but I want to. I'm going to eat 1/2 of my whole cake. Now, if I do this, I have 6 equal pieces. So, remember, I have 6 equal pieces. 1/2 is exactly the same as 3/6. Remember the equivalent fraction. So if I want to eat 1/2 of the cake, I need to take 3 pieces out of this. That's 5/6. I ate 5/6 of the whole cake. When you look at this, I actually ate 1/3, but it looks like 2/6 of the cake. Then I ate 1/2 the cake, but you can see it's 3/6 of the cake we just ate, or I ate. The answer is 5/6. I added 1/3 to 1/2, and answer somehow gets 6. It's strange, isn't it? Let's try another one. Another fraction addition. Let's try 1/4 and 1/3. What do you think I get here? So I try that again. I start with 1/4. Now, I know this works well if I go this way. 1/4. I ate 1/4. Right? Then I'm going to eat 1/3 of my whole cake. Not the rest of the cake. Whole 1/3 of the whole cake. So I'm going to go this way, cut 1/3. I'm supposed to eat a whole lot there. I'm going to eat a whole row of the pieces but I can't eat this because it's already taken. So I might take this one. That makes the whole one third of the whole piece of cake. So what I get is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12ths. How many 12ths have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 12ths is the answer. If I add 1/4 is fourths, and the thirds, answer is going to be 12ths. Can you see a pattern here? If you can see a pattern, well, let's pause the video. Can you see a pattern here? Let's write, say, or think about it. When we did this, it looked like we added 2 6 plus 3 6 equals 5 6. This looks like 1, 2, 3 out of 12, which must be equivalent to 1/4, and 4 12ths. Then answer is 7 12ths. Now, some of you might found 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 2 is 6. It may be the way. Then something happened here. Seems like we changed the whole thing into 12ths to get the answer. So let's practice. So those people who are good at finding equivalent fractions may be excellent at additions. So let's try 2/5 and 1/4. Let's add this. So I'm going to start drawing for you. 2/5 looks like this. Yeah. I'll pause the video. Let's see if you can draw. This is a bit more complicated because of the 2/5. Let's see. So remember how I was doing it? I was going vertically, cutting the cake first, then I cut cake horizontally. So 1/4, I need 1/4 of the whole cake. The 1/4 of the whole cake is the whole row of that strip there. I need 1/4, so I need to take 1/4 is the 5 pieces I have to take, so I'm going to take 5 pieces. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, maybe you have realized answer should be 20ths. You can see 5 rows, it's not 5 columns, and the 4 rows will make 20ths of the cakes, or the cake. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 20ths is the answer. Now, those people who are good at changing these to equivalent fraction, 2 out of 5, so 2 columns out of 5 columns is exactly the same as 8 20ths. 1/4 is like whole row, right? Is exactly the same as 5 20ths. Now this is exactly the same as what we did before. Same denominators. 8 plus 5 is 13. Right? So this is the concept of the addition. If you're good at finding equivalent fractions, you're winning. Last challenge. quarter plus. So last challenge is 1/4 plus 1/6. Let's try. Let's pause the video. So 1/4 of a cake's here. Now I have to cut this into 6 rows this way. Well, let's do it. Half, that's 3 rows, 4, 5, 6 rows. Now I need 1/6, which is whole row. That means I have to take 4 little pieces. So I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4. That's equivalent to 1/6. So it looks like I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 24ths and 4 24ths, and it equals 10 24ths. That looks like a good answer. Now, however, this number can be, we call it simplified. Can you see there is equivalent fraction of that? Now, this is actually 5/12. Now, how does it work? So have a look, ready? If I take one chunk there of 2 pieces, one chunk there of 2 pieces, one chunk there of 2 pieces, one chunk of 2 pieces, one chunk here of 2 pieces, there are not 24 equal chunks, but I can see 12 equal chunks, and I've got 5 chunks there. 10 24ths, great, that's the answer. There's nothing wrong with that. 5/12 also is a good answer too. If you're good at finding equivalent fractions, you may be able to a slightly better answer, but 10 24ths is fine. So let's go back to the beginning. How can we find the answer? Let's pause the video. Can you find the answer? So we've done this. 1/2 plus 1/3 is 5/6. Did you draw or did you find equivalent fraction of this? But if you can find the answer, that's great. Next video, you'll find how to do multiplication of fractions or what it means.